Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel. Who am I? The brother Ananias, or A.O.I, the awakening of Israel. Giving all honor, glory, praise, strength, and the guidance of his son, Christ, the black Messiah, the tribe of Judah. And it's an honor and a privilege to be able to speak to you today, brothers and sisters. A.O.I. AM motivation. It's AM motivation. Giving you something to get up and get out to. Giving you something to inspire you or to motivate you to keep pushing forward. To never give up. To learn more, to do more. To be that example for the generations to come. For those who are coming up under you, for those who are watching you, this is AM motivation. So we're gonna get into it, you know. I'm on my way to work, so no scripts, but I will paraphrase. So when you're getting up this morning, you're dreading hitting that clock going to work, or just doing your daily. Remember what's most important. It's truth. Your people. Most importantly, the Most High and His Son. The commandment. That's what's most important. Understand that. So regardless of what job you got to do, where you got to go, how you got to do it, remember to keep the commandments first. Remember to keep the commandments first. He didn't wake you up so you can continue to do what you want to do. He woke you up to put you in the game for a specific reason. To help follow them breadcrumbs back home. You know the story, Hansel and Gretel. Two kids got lost in the wood, but on the way they dropping breadcrumbs to find their way home. That's kind of like what the scriptures do. That's what the Lord has done. He woke you up, gave you some breadcrumbs to follow your way back home. But the question is, do you want to come back home? Nobody wants to take a trip by themselves. Everybody understands and knows that a vacation trip ain't a vacation if you don't have anyone to share that experience with. Whether it's somebody that you're dealing with on a daily basis or every other day. Nobody wants to take a vacation or a trip, period, without somebody there to share that experience with. So understand something, brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. While following these breadcrumbs, realize you're not by yourself. That's why the Lord told us in Zephaniah 2:1 to gather ourselves together. That's why we on the highways and byways. That's why we making videos. That's why we waking our brothers and sisters up so we don't have to take that trip or make that journey by ourselves. The Lord tells you two is better than one. If one fall, then you got another one to help pick them up. How can one be warm by themselves? You know, you need somebody beside you, pushing you, building you up, and likewise yourself to the other individual. You need that. Sometimes the journey might get a little too hard to endure, but that's where you turn to get that advice. Your sword might not be as sharp as it used to be. That's where you go to your brothers and sisters to get that iron sharpened. You might get tired and start drifting off the road. That's where you get the brothers and sisters to help wake you back up, to refocus you, to give you that energy that you need to continue to push forward. You know? You might not know how to do certain things. That's where you go to your brothers and sisters for guidance, for counseling. To keep you from making the same mistakes that everybody else is making. Where they've already succeeded, they will give you that knowledge to keep you on that road, to keep you on that path, the path of righteousness, path to the kingdom. Realize, brothers and sisters, that's why we congregate, so we don't have to take that journey by ourselves. Nobody wants to take a journey, trip, vacation, however you want to put it, by themselves. You don't even want to have days off from work by yourself. You always want to share that with somebody. And guess what? Being in this truth, that's what it's all about. That's what we're going to do. That's what's instructed of us. That's what's commanded of us. To be that shoulder to lean on, that crutch to stand on, that strength to keep pulling or pushing to each other. That knowledge and that wisdom that help our brothers and sisters make the right decisions. To help build each other up, to help restore the greatest nation that ever walked the planet. The one true nation, the one chosen nation, the nation of Israel. God's chosen. Understand, brothers and sisters, you're not making this journey by yourselves. Get that out your mind. You're not making this journey by yourself. Regardless, if you want to do it by yourself, you're not going to be able to. The Lord set it up that way. Look throughout history. You've never seen any other brothers and sisters in the scriptures do it by themselves. Moses, one of the greatest brothers, one of the greatest men that ever walked the planet. Most meek, humble, obedient. He needed help. He doubted himself several times. He needed help. But he didn't go that journey by himself. But he realized what the plan was, what the mission was. And once the Lord laid it out for him, all he had to do was walk. And that's what he did. Abraham, he didn't do it by himself. He had family, he had Sarah right by his side. Everybody needs somebody. You're not walking this journey, you're not taking this vacation, you're not taking this trip by yourself. Nobody does anything alone. Realize that. Take heed to that. Embrace that. Embody that. That's what we made of. That's how you know that everything is out of order because of the way the world is. If everything was in order, then you would know that you, as an Israelite man, woman, and child, would know that you are supposed to be together with your brothers and sisters. You are supposed to be unified. You know? But because we are not in our right mind, for the most part, you see the outcome in the ways of the world. Think about that. The Bible tells you that. Because we walk on in darkness and don't know what's going on, the whole course of the world is out of order. But we got to remember at all times what's going on, what's at stake, what's at hand, and know that we're not doing this by ourselves. Does that mean you can slack off because you think somebody else gonna pull your weight? No. You were woken up to this truth to put in your brick, to consistently put in bricks, to rebuilding that kingdom, to rebuilding that wall, to fixing that breach. Understand that. Stop thinking because you did one little thing that's it. No, it doesn't stop. Just because you put down the pork does not mean you're saved. Stop with that Christian mindset. Stop with that Americanized mindset. Think better of yourselves. Think higher of you and the nation. Realize you got to put in work. And you're not going to do it on your own. We all have to be taught. Coming into this truth, realize we didn't do anything on our own. A seed was planted. Somebody else watered. But the Lord gave the increase. So all the brothers and sisters that's in this truth right now, somebody else taught them. How were they able to be taught? Because they gathered themselves together, whether it was on YouTube learning, or in person learning, or at camp learning, teaching. You know how it go. Somebody got to teach you. Same way somebody had to teach you how to read and write. A lot of our brothers and sisters is more focused on the worldly standpoint of schooling and understanding. We'll fight tooth and nails to make sure our kids go to be lied to, go to these schools to be lied to. But won't put half that work into making sure that they understand what's at stake, what's at hand, the real truth in history. We're not putting forth that same energy. That's why it's important for us to come together to make sure that we all understand the importance of what's going on. So we can all put in our ideas according to the scriptures to make things happen, to wake our brothers and sisters up, to formulate a plan. You got to understand, we're not taking this trip by ourselves. So like I was saying before, you get tired, you're running on E. You know what it takes to get back on track. You know what it takes to get your engine revved back up. But understand, when you're taking this trip, you're traveling, realize you don't have to do it by yourself. Christ didn't do it by himself. He had 12 disciples to mentor, to keep him motivated. Even though he knew all things, when you got brothers and sisters that's hungry for this word, for understanding, that keeps you motivated, keeps you going, knowing that you got to do the will of the Father. And that's exactly what was going on. We read about the 12, but it was other disciples. It was other students that was willing to drop the ways of this world, drop what they were doing in order to follow righteousness, the glory of the Lord. And they realized they weren't going to do it by themselves. Christ knew he wasn't going to do it by himself. He wasn't going to take that trip. He wasn't going to endure by himself. He knew what the mission was. You in this truth right now, you know what the mission is. Understand, you're not going to do it by yourself. Joshua did not do it by himself. Paul did not do it by himself. The Lord gonna make a way for you. But you need to make a way for the Lord. What do I mean by that? Dedicate everything to the Lord. Before you do anything, acknowledge the Lord. You getting ready to get a new job? Is that job gonna have you going off? Is that job gonna have you missing and breaking the Sabbath? You need to reconsider, brothers, sisters. It don't matter. The Lord gonna make a way. Why you ain't praying to the Lord to give you a job or an opportunity to get a job where you can request the Sabbath off? When you go to these jobs and they ask you, do you have any questions? Tell them. Any concerns? Tell them. I'll work 6 days. Give me the Sabbath off. That shows you putting forth work toward the Lord. That you trusting in the Lord. That you care about keeping his commandments more than getting that damn job to pay bills. Because you willing to go in there and break the Sabbath willingly just to pay a bill to your enemy. While struggling to survive in this wicked kingdom. Realize there's brothers and sisters that's there to help guide you. Don't misuse it. Don't neglect it. Don't push it off to the side as if it's something better to do. Because when you keep doing that, the Lord gonna give you that reprobate mind. So that's why it's that much more important for you to do what's required. Stop following the ways of this world, trying to survive in it, when you'll never get ahead in it. Take the advice, take the counsel, and run with it. Stop going off your own mindset. You dedicate nothing to the Lord. You don't ask the Lord no questions. thank him for some things that you think that you did, but you're not really putting forth the real effort or asking him the question that you really need answers to. You know? Stop breaking the Sabbath to do your own will. When you stop doing what you want to do for the Lord, that's the delight in his eyes. When you keeping the Sabbath holy, you become that sweet smelling Savior. When you ain't out buying and selling and working, going to funerals, mourning, fighting, and arguing with each other. Stop making up excuses, lying to each other. You become a sweet smelling Savior to your brothers, sisters, most importantly, the Most High God. Because you are now really living what you speak or what you've been taught about being a living sacrifice. You're no longer caught up in the ways of this world. Just understand that. You're not taking this journey by yourself. Understand that. You're going to need your brothers and sisters. Your children are going to have to look up to you to be that example. Stop bending your back. Stop bending your will to please your kids. Your kids are not here to be pleased. They're here to learn from you while they have the opportunity. You're not guaranteed to be here tomorrow, so stop trying to please your kids. Understand that. It's important to be in your life, in the kids' life, but you got to be pushing forward. Realizing the thing that you went through because you didn't have this knowledge. Now that you have an opportunity, now that you have the truth right in front of you, start living it, start applying it, start being that example to your kids. Because they're going to grow up watching you. And if you was going half-hearted, what you think they going to do? Understand that. They watching you. If you go half-hearted, they going to go half-hearted. If you go hard, they going to go hard. And you want them to say, well, they learned everything that I can teach them. Don't have them growing up looking back saying, well, Mom, Dad never taught me that. So I never knew that. The Lord say don't be ignorant of anything, meaning you should have some type of lesson or teaching on every damn thing. And your kids should be learning something about everything. They shouldn't get out into the world and be green as hell. Teach them about everything that you know, why you have a chance. Credit, making money, saving money, spending money, friends, relationships, cooking, hygiene, all those different things. Stop trying to just have fun with your kids. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's all you got on your mind. Your mindset is wrong. Stop trying to please your kids. Discipline them, teach them, raise them the right way, in righteousness. Teaching them, commanding that they keep the commandments while you walking in them as well. Letting them know you're not walking this journey, you're not taking this trip, you're not on this vacation by yourself. Am I saying enduring for the kingdom is a vacation? No. What I'm saying is you vacating the ways of this world by doing what's right according to the scriptures, not according to your enemy. Not according to what you see on TV. You vacating the ways of this world to do what's required of you. To take that trip, make that journey, to reach that destination. And like the scriptures tell you, be steadfast, unmovable. It don't matter how many bills you got. Unmovable. It don't matter what baby mama say, what husband say. If you in his truth, be unmovable. Steadfast, diligently searching out the scriptures, learning who you are, learning what's required, learning what you gotta do. Stop letting somebody who don't know shit, that don't know nothing about the Lord, that don't know nothing about you, tell you what you supposed to be doing. When they ain't got their life together, how can they tell you anything? Understand that. Are we better than our people? No. We got to be patient with our people. And while being patient, that don't mean sit down and let everything go by and wait for something to fall out of the sky. While we being patient with our brothers and sisters, we steadily building ourselves up. We steady putting in work day in and day out until the Lord allow you to understand what's going on, if that be his will. But until then, I'm not going to sit by it, just like you shouldn't be, waiting on somebody else to wake the hell up. If they don't understand the truth, that's on them. Lord willing, he wake you up. The main message, you got to repent, keep the commandments. You got to keep walking that path. Stop letting the foolishness of this world weigh you down and detour you from the truth, from your promise, from your kingdom. Don't let them take your crown. Understand that. Regardless how they screw their face up, how they hanging up the phone, how they don't want to see you in person because they can't deal, keep pushing. You got brothers and sisters that's right there willing and ready for you. Don't deny them for some ungodliness, for foolishness that ain't never helped and never will. Keep pushing. The Lord said, these are my brothers and sisters that keep the commandments. This is my family. Understand that. Now, was he disowning his biological family? No. But he said, not only are they my family, but the ones who are keeping these commandments, that's my family. The ones that will build me up, will strengthen me, will keep me on the right path. Those are my brothers and sisters. The one who will do the will of the Lord. That's why you gotta vacate, take a vacation from the ways of this world. Be not conformed. Can't be living the ways of this world and expect to get the kingdom or to please the Most High God. He told us not to conform to this world. So how are we gonna please him? How are we gonna do any of that? By being a friend of the world. Didn't the scripture say, if you're a friend of the world, you're an enemy of the Most High God? Simple, plain as day. But we want to do the opposite. I don't want to get on our brothers and sisters. What I want to do is tell you that you got to keep pushing forward. You got to endure. And on this road and on this trip, realize you're not by yourself. On this journey, you got brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, to help keep you in line, to help push you forward, to help build you up. So regardless what you got going on in your life, go to the Most High. Use the words that he already gave you to answer your questions. Prove all things. Friends, family, jobs. Quit breaking his commandments and trying to teach him at the same time. It makes no sense. Do what's required of you. That's part of your temptation or your proving stage. Proving to see if you worthy. Are you gonna walk that thin and narrow line? You know you're supposed to wear them fringes, put them damn fringes on. What you tucking your tail for? What are you hiding from? Wear them damn fringes. That's your protection. That's your wisdom. That's your light to the world. The Lord already told you that. But I'm Brother Ananias for A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God of Israel, through the strength and guidance of his son Christ, the Black Messiah, so-called Black Messiah, from the tribe of Judah. And on that note, I'm out. I say shalom.